Hi, this is Phil, and I'm here to tell you all about the Capes and Lunatics Patreon. Don't miss out on our comic book creator interviews, including our monthly Chichester chats with comic book legend DG Chichester, superhero movie brackets in our search for the worst comic book movie of all time, and many, many more specials, all completely uncensored. Access starts for $3 a month, full video when you pledge $5 a month. Check out the link in our show notes or go to patreon.com/capesandlunatics. Hope to see you there.
This is Luca Perich, host of a Totally Turtle Sports and Gaming YouTube channel, and you're listening to the Capes and Lunatics Podcast Network.
I'm here for Peter.
Parker, kids, get your head out of the gutter.
Lilith is totally here for Peter during Gobble Gobble 1. That would stand by itself.
Cock-a-doodle-doo.
Hello and welcome
to say.
To another Ultimate Spider-Cast. I am Phil. Joining me, as always, Gobble Gobble's number one fan. It is
the thwoopiest co-host, Spider-Man co-host you could ever find, Lilith Hellfire. Suck it, Ray.
Whoa. She's like the number one Ultimate Spider-Cast co-host. Oh, please.
Well, I don't know. Dave kind of gives me a run for my money, so I don't know.
Oh, yeah. He's do like to smoke and drink. Yeah. I mean, Ray drinks, but he's that little fancy man with his wine. Ray's listening.
No, it's Foster's. Australian for beer, Phil. Come on.
How dare you racist. Oh, my God. Ray's listening to this at some future date going right out of the gate. Come on. Foster's. All right, kids. So, yes. Once again, we are in Hobgoble Gobble month. Yes, it's a Hobgoble Gobble.
Gobble goo.
Whoa. Gobble goo. Send out the gobble goo. I send it back. All right, kids. So, yes, this time we are covering Todd McFarlane's Spider-Man number 6 and number 7, featuring a fully possessed by a demon Jason Macendale and special guest star. And again, kids, it's early 90s, so one of them had to make an appearance. So, yes, special guest Ghost Rider. Not to be confused with the arc that came after this, which had special guest star Wolverine.
Wait, no Punisher?
Do you think later on?
It's like they needed a break.
Do you think that was a mandate, or was Todd just like, you know what?
Yeah, I think it's like it's the 90s. Let's do it. Let's get it rolling. And then he probably had friends in the other office too who were probably on the books. So why not?
And remember how well that number 1 sold. Maybe he was just like, I know there's gonna be a drop off, but
it's like, I'm hot, baby. I'm hot. Come get it. I think that's a perfect Todd McFarlane impression. I'm sorry if you disagree. You're wrong.
I think you need to add a little more lisp to it, but yes.
Philip.
What?
Philip J. Fry.
Don't make me tell Ray your real name, Susie.
How dare you?
No, we know it's Kelly. Kelly Puckett. All right. Should we jump into these?
Yeah, let's do it. These are interesting times.
Yes. Like I said, starting with Spider-Man number 6. Oh, I'm sorry, I ruined the surprise because yes, if you look at the cover of 6, it's you see the Hobgoblin and Spider-Man on there all big, and there goes Lilith. But yes, the cover says surprise guest star. So I guess I ruined the surprise, kids. I'm sorry. There. You get so worked up, you hit the button.
Yard.
She dropped her drink on the button, kid. It's probably a big heavy glass full of much alcohol. But no, I said, that cover to 6, Spider-Man and Hobgoblin big on the cover, but I'm sorry, I ruined the surprise because it says surprise guest star. So you had to guess before you cracked the issue. Is it going to be Ghost Rider? Is it going to be Wolverine? Is it going to be Punisher? This is Spider-Man's
Either way, you're good.
Or will it be the whole X-Men team? Or no, X-Force.
Oh, worst of all, X-Force.
How dare you? Oh boy! Oh, and then they have all the CBG fan awards they won at the top of the cover. Even 1, 2, 3, 4 of them. Favorite character, favorite penciler, favorite cover artist, and favorite letterer. So at least 2 of those 4 are McFarlane, right?
you know it.
Yeah. All right, so Spider-Man number 6, Masks, Masques, because we're going to be all fancy. Part 1.
Well, it's because he's Canadian.
Eh? That's true.
Right?
Yeah. From January 1991. So this is early 90s, January 91.
It's so early 90s, it's probably still the 80s.
I mean, again, this, the Dan Ketch Ghost Rider. This is that new Ghost Rider. Probably it hasn't been around that long. All right, so writer, penciler, inker, Todd McFarlane. Colorist, friend of a
friend. Could it be?
Yes. Colorist, friend of a friend, Gregory Wright.
Gregory Wright strikes again.
Letterer Rick Parker and editor Jim Salicrup. And I believe, yes, I saw it. It's the editor-in-chief, Tom DeFalco. In an abandoned warehouse, the Hobgoblin. All of a sudden, Russell's like, "Wait, what?" Somewhere in the Midwest,
somewhere in the hills of Kentucky, Russell has awakened from a cold sweat.
Wait, what? Someone said Hobgoblin? Wild like an animal. Hobgoblin Historia?
No, I invented that, you dick.
Who's worse, Mackindale Hobgoblin or the Vulture? Who's the most sad sack between the two? That's the real question. That's a tight run for your money right there.
I mean, okay. No pun in. Well, at first there was no pun intended. Now there is a pun intended. Yeah, but at least the Vulture has, seniority. He was grandfathered in. He's one of the OGs. So I mean, Mackindale was like the second of like the new generation. It's like Hobgoblin number 1 was the new generation of villain, and then Mackindale, oh god, not only is he the second of that line, but he hired someone to kill the original Hobgoblin, or so he thought.
Can't trust it. Can't trust anybody in Marvel's New York. That's all I have to say about that.
He hired the Foreigner.
You get what you pay for.
You told me this guy was the Hobgoblin. Which current comics, well, he kind of is.
So close.
Hey man, Roderick Kingsley. Again, kids, spoilers for the newest issue. Yes, we see Roderick Kingsley and Ned Leeds in Hobgoblin costumes. Again,
They're
Lois.
back. I know.
You could work that into our theory. Betty could be brainwashing them both.
You mean mesmerizing them with her lady parts?
Okay, yes. Winkler device. No, it's
Superior Puss.
talking about your Devil's Triangle. Hey-oh.
Hey-oh.
We're not in Paris. Where'd that Eiffel Tower come from? All right. In an abandoned warehouse, the Hobgoblin has kidnapped a number of people and strung them up on the walls. So, in a Saturday night at Lilith's house, although they are
Well,
silent,
it's consensual at my house. I don't know about what's going on in this one.
well, people are begging or using the Lord's name in vain. Yeah, it kind of tracks. Uh, although they are silent, he can hear voices mocking him as he strips off his costume mask, revealing the
As he
demonic,
should.
revealing the demonic face underneath. Uh,
Yep.
that's the thing. Early '91, so it's like, oh yeah, Inferno wasn't that long ago.
And Lilith cringes on the inside and outside.
And speaking of dark webs, bringing some of that back, kids.
I hate it here.
Why? They just have to replay everything from the '90s. Well, that was even '90s.
Good or bad. Good
That
or
was-
bad.
That was late '80s.
Like I said, sometimes the early 90s, so early 90s, it's still the 80s.
And Marvel, especially if had anything to do with Spider-Man or the X-Men, they have to replay it.
This looks like something out of Swamp
Really?
Thing, but I'm just going to let that go.
I know. You really want to be bold, Marvel? You really want to be bold? I dare you to try to redo Avengers: The Crossing.
Don't tempt them with a good time.
Teen Iron Man.
I mean, we don't have freaking Robert Downey Jr. as Iron Man, so why not? Why not? And maybe he'll hooks up with Riri Williams. Who knows? Who knows? Things could get crazy. Tom Cruise could show up in the MCU. Anything's possible, kids.
Or we have, you know,
We
doing Kang.
got Kid Cable, so it's like, you know, anything's possible. But
We said MCU. We're doing 50 versions of Kang. You could do Iron Lad.
So terrible. So terrible.
When one of his victims tells him that nobody has said a word, he doesn't believe her. When confronted with the Hobgoblin's demonic face, she begs him not to harm her son, Adam. Mentally unhinged.
Oh, boy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What, biblical names? You have a problem
Yes.
with you have a problem with biblical names, Lilith?
I do. Oh, yeah, that's my shtick.
I invented that years ago, you dick.
Dick.
No, I invented that, you dick.
Such a handy drop to have. I feel like that's going to be the intro to What Did Brian Steal on Salty and Petty.
Yeah, Brian Cronin, I invented that, you dick.
Gotta rub that one in.
Wait a second. Was Adam the original biscuit?
My favorite biscuit.
Mentally unhinged, because when wasn't Mackendale unhinged, the Hobgoblin calls them all sinners that must be cleansed. To this, that's how Lilith ends a date. To this end, the Hobgoblin pushes the woman's face into the ectoplasmic material that binds her.
Slimer? They call them Slimer?
Smothering her to death.
Oh, what a way to go. No, thank you. Hey, did I ever tell you how I tricked my parents into getting me Ghost Rider comics?
No.
You remember that? I don't know. You have to be a peak millennial like I am, but a show on PBS called Ghost Writer, like as in writing.
I've heard of it. Okay.
I was like, yeah, it's the same thing.
And they
It's the
bought
same
that?
thing. they did.
Oh, bravo. Bravo, Little Hellfire.
Well, to be fair, I was for the most part a trustworthy kid. So, because Ghost Rider was a little violent. And then I was like, Dad, let me watch Showgirls, right? And after that, it was just kind of like, and the Larry Flynn story. So it's kind of like, yeah, I'm pretty sure I can read whatever comic I want at that point.
How are
Pretty
you not a porn star?
Because my parents loved me and gave me attention.
The views of Little Hellfire do not necessarily are the views of the Capes and Lunatics podcast.
The only issues I have are with alcohol.
any porn stars who know their comics are welcome to talk to us.
It's a jokey joke. It's a jokey joke.
I love how you had to like jump through those hoops. Meanwhile, it was just like I could read whatever comic I wanted, just because it's like my parents were just happy. Especially my mom was just happy I was reading anything. Yes.
I read any and everything.
Although, as a child, when I had more free time, yeah, I read books too. Yeah.
Oh, how I got my godson to read was I started with car magazines because he really liked cars from a very young age. So we just got him car magazines. So yeah, whatever it takes.
All right. So yes, a woman dies getting her face pushed into ectoplasm.
Not in the face.
So misogynistic. I don't appreciate it. Damn you, McFarlane.
You know what her last words were, right, Lilith Hellfire?
Not in the face.
Nah, well, that, but
I don't do Twinkies or toaster strudels, so.
Lubricated eels are the best. I'm telling you, like, low key, that drop works on so many levels in so many places. Hell,
I know.
I wonder if my wrist is ready for that.
I swear, I just love when you and Ray put the emphasis on the, put the enthusiasm into it.
The spider babies.
All right.
Oh, yuck. Uncooked spider babies.
Ew! Oh, Lilith.
Flip, indeed.
Remember, we call it web fluid here, okay?
Radioactive web fluid.
Hey, well,
he's a killer.
They don't call it hot lemon for nothing.
Oh, is it January yet? For the love of God.
Is it late December yet? For God's sake. You know, we're not, we won't even be on, and you and I will just be doing this in the room. And
poor Danielle.
See dear, you're lucky. You get a sneak preview of Salt and Penny.
Tell your friends, spread it like wildfire. The art is really good though. I want to say just.
Good time stuff.
Just casual lingerie. It's casual lingerie.
Yeah, a little hellfire. You don't have like casual lingerie. But no,
it's called sweatpants.
Exactly. But
singlet on live alone, sweatpants.
At first observation, it looks like, scantily clad, but this is tame for Todd. I mean,
so tame. He was like, I'm not going to be like John Byrne.
Yeah, I mean, at least that's like almost like a skirt thing. I mean, look at those amazing Spider-Mans. He had her in like.
But he is showing feet. He did draw feet.
No, some people can draw those then. Some people in the 90s could draw those. But no, I mean, she has. I won't lie to you, Feld. But no, she has like a little, lingerie skirt thing on. Todd those amazing issues. He had her in like the tiniest panties, and I don't see a belly button. Come on.
It's because she wasn't birthed.
I don't see the impression of nipple.
If you squint hard enough.
Hey, oh, like through the squiggly lines on the hellfire.
Yeah.
Cold, wet, hard nipples.
He is very quippy in this issue. Peter is, and I appreciate that.
Oh yeah, I think Todd, was trying to get him to quip a lot. All right, so wait. After the Hobgoblin kills the mother, when Adam asks what the creature has done to his mother, the Hobgoblin reassures the boy that she's in a better place, out of the Marvel universe. Deciding to teach the child.
It's not safe for women in the Marvel universe right now.
Or comics. Deciding to teach the child his ways, the Hobgoblin pronounces Adam his disciple. When Adam cries out for his mother, the Hobgoblin tells the boy that he will ascend beyond such human wants. Meanwhile,
I
Peter
like just a random quote somewhere. I forgot what page it is, but it's like, "What's the body count?"
I know. Meanwhile, Peter Parker is sleeping in bed with his wife, Mary Jane.
His wife. His
Yeah.
wife.
His
He was
wife.
going to give his wife something.
Ah, I thought you were focusing on yes, they were married, but okay. Yes.
Yeah, that too. That too.
Give your wife something.
Exactly.
I'm gonna do what I want to do. Pirates
Yeah, like
are.
sneak out to fight crime when you have a hot wife like Mary Jane. What an idiot! Absolute idiot.
I mean, it's one thing when you know where stuff's at, but he's just looking for trouble. Yeah, he's sleeping in bed with Mary Jane. His Spider-Man costume is discarded on the floor, hail forgotten as the weary hero sleeps. No, he's still sleeping. While in Brooklyn, the Ghost Rider dangles a human trafficker off the roof, the building roof. The spirit
As you do.
The spirit of vengeance seeks to avenge the children the man manipulated into performing in child pornography.
Well, that escalated quickly.
Yeah. Yeah.
With cigarette and all, but it's like
I'm assuming.
I came to smoke cigarettes and kick ass. I'm all out of cigarettes.
I'm assuming it's just Todd going, yeah, don't feel bad for this guy no matter what Ghost Rider does to him. The man insists that he loved the children and the films were their way of paying him for putting a roof over their head.
Calm down, Epstein. Jeez.
Oh! Burn. This rationalization and the sight of the crucifix the man wears around his neck disgusts the Ghost Rider, and he lets the man fall to his death. However,
nobody tell him Daredevil.
However, instead of splattering on the pavement, the Ghost Rider races to the ground and catches him. He then uses his penance stare to make the man feel everything that he has inflicted upon his victims. This leaves the pedophile a gibbering wreck, and the Ghost Rider races away. So do you like the penance stare, or do you like, OG Zarathos, where you just like burn them with that hellfire?
You know I love a good hellfire. You know I do.
Yeah, yep.
I mean, both are cool in their own way, but I'm kind of old school when it comes to Ghost Rider, honestly.
And unless they like show the hallucinations, it's like it's more visual, because I mean Zarathos would like pick guys up over his head and just like fry them.
Yeah, give us the old, wrestling moves.
That's right. And he would enjoy it more.
Exactly. That's the thing about vengeance. You know what I mean? If you're gonna have some, have fun with it.
Hey, they say it's
You're
not
welcome.
work. It's not work if you enjoy what you do.
Exactly. So I'm trying to get paid to play The Sims for a living.
I have to run out in the next day or two and pick up a Powerball ticket. Did you see? It's like at $1.5 billion.
Yeah, our our office is also.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I know my work. They used to do that, but it's like I would not split with anybody. I'm just like, oh.
It's only 4 of us because nobody else has the wherewithal. It's a grind, but if you ever win, even if it's like a couple of numbers off, you still get a little something. So,
Lilith, if I would win that, when you would come up here for Christmas, guess what you would get at the comic shop? Whatever you want.
The comic shop?
Oh, would you live up here?
I'm looking to buy a comic book.
You would have to come live up here. We could run it, and with $1 billion, I'd be like, I don't care. Do whichever you want with it. I don't care.
That's the dream.
Back in Peter and Mary Jane's Soho apartment, Peter is caught trying to sneak out.
No, you forgot fancy. This is where he kind of lost me. It's like Soho's a little too fancy. I get Mary Jane's Mary Jane, but that's just a little too fancy for Peter.
Yeah, well, that wasn't even a Todd thing. It's like, what isn't that the building Harry owns?
Yeah, exactly.
The reason they're in Soho is because Harry's giving them a deal on the rent.
We don't really investigate into that deal too far, do we, kids?
We don't check the taxes, do we? Peter's caught trying to sneak out and patrol with Spider-Man. Mary Jane is unimpressed that Peter is going out as Spider-Man again, but she relents and lets him go on his way.
All that stamina for crime fighting, and yet he's failed to give her a baby. I'm just saying.
Look at you! You're gonna yell at me for going out? You can't even walk right. You're welcome.
And then they got this one guy looking like the like the Joker from The Dark Knight. But that ain't none of my business.
I know. Well, back in the warehouse, the Hobgoblin continues to be haunted by the voices. He explains to Adam how he used to be a mercenary for hire, but now must answer to a higher calling. Not wanting to endure the voices anymore, the goblin takes Adam and flees on his glider, sending a pumpkin bomb down on the warehouse, blowing it to pieces. So, man, hobgoblins are always hard on warehouses.
Yeah, it's so true. They go through them like candy.
Well, usually trying to
Tic Tacs.
Well, it used to be covering their tracks to say, "Oh, I didn't take anything from Norman Osborn. No, nothing."
That's not his battle van. It's fine.
Oh my
man,
God.
God bless the Eagles and the Texans.
Oh my God! Oh, why? Who's winning?
They're at a tie right now.
Oh, do you have money on the game?
No,
Okay.
I don't gamble anymore.
Oh yeah, yes. You don't gamble, you don't drink. I know. Okay. All right.
No, I drink. Like I said, you got to have one vice. Listen. If it you
One.
got to do something, yeah, one.
Oh,
Marijuana
please.
is medicinal.
I know. Okay, medicinal marijuana. You drink, and then you use young stupid men. Remember?
It's mutually beneficial.
That's medicinal.
Exactly. Remember, kids, vitamin D is a hormone.
Hey-oh. Oh my. All right. Soon the authorities arrive on the scene where they discover that 12 of the victims are dead and another 15 have been horrifically disfigured. The lead officer on the scene is disgusted by this display and wonders where the superheroes are to deal with sick individuals like this. They are unaware of the Ghost Rider. They're unaware of the Ghost Rider watching from the alley nearby. Where's the superheroes? They're at home banging their supermodel wives. Oh God. So Spider-Man is Tom Brady?
Ooh. Well, first of all, Mary Jane's not a witch.
Oh!
What? Giselle Bundchen is a practicing witch. She said as much.
Really?
Yeah. That's why I don't know if you ever noticed all the jokes about Tom Brady. Like, he looks like death becomes her. Like, yeah.
Oh,
She
yeah.
put some work on him.
I just want to have fun on a broom.
Oh my! As the news of the fire hits the 24-hour news cycle, Spider-Man is.
How did they
This
get
is
away
what-
with using CNN? I want to know. Maybe they didn't see it. I don't know.
That's the thing Todd loves, just to use like different the newscasters and stuff.
Yeah.
But
Awfully,
yeah,
what's his name? Anderson Cooperish.
Spider-Man is patrolling the city looking for signs of the Hobgoblin. He happens upon a man snorting cocaine in a nearby alley. So, yeah, kids.
Okay, first of all, crack pipe, yes. Cocaine in the alley, no. As somebody who lived in New York for 9 months, I'm just saying there's a difference.
So I know we were going for a more mature book, but damn.
It's like, oh, somebody read Green Arrow, did you?
Man, we've already done. I mean, one issue. We're still in the first part. We already had a pedophile. We got a guy doing cocaine in the back of an alley.
We got feet.
I mean, you couldn't get it. You probably couldn't get too much more adult unless he was like doing that cocaine off someone's butt. Oh my God.
No, it's just like, aren't you supposed to be a wholesome Canadian? What do you know about this?
I hear things. Hey. He webs up the addict and demands answers, dangling the drugs in front of his face. Going into withdrawal, the drug addict cracks and tells him everything he knows. Satisfied, Spider-Man dumps out the drugs and swings away. I love how he's like, here, you can do it off the ground. And he's like, no, the wind's gonna blow it away.
Well, at least he's not like the LAPD and just keeps it for later to plant on innocent people. So good on him for that.
But yeah, addiction is really an addiction if you're willing to do cocaine off the alley of a New York City alleyway.
Gotta fight with the rats for it now. I heard those rats know karate.
and then they're high on cocaine. Oh my god. Meanwhile,
bro.
Wait a minute. Wasn't that the plot of like Nonstop Spider-Man?
Ooh, it's too soon, babes.
I know.
We had high hopes. It's just too soon. F in the chat for Nonstop Spider-Man because he eventually stopped.
I was gonna say technically it's been 2 years. It just took forever for it to come out. Meanwhile, Ghost Rider is roughing up an illegal arms dealer, also seeking information on the Hobgoblin. This man also agrees to talk, but the Ghost Rider warns him that he will be back to deal with his illegal business dealings soon. In a nearby alley, get to the chopper. The Hobgoblin is pleased that Adam has decided to embrace his new role as his disciple, as they have a lot of work to do. Unfortunately, they are interrupted by Spider-Man, who gets between the demonically possessed mercenary and the boy. Ignoring that the boy is asking Hobgoblin for help, the wall crawler tries ushering the kid to safety while also battling the Hobgoblin. The Hobgoblin wants Spider-Man to repent his apparent sins. As the battle begins to escalate, Adam tells them to both stop fighting. The boy comes out into the light, telling Spider-Man that the Hobgoblin only wishes to do good. However, that's when the wall crawler finally notices that the boy's face is now half demonic.
Best buddies? Oh, this is so sad. Makes me want to cry.
As Spider-Man tries to process this horrific revelation, the Ghost Rider draws closer to confronting the Hobgoblin himself.
Next issue, the conclusion, if you can call it that.
Oh my. The climax.
Exactly. See, this guy gets it.
She's not going into the salty and petty business, which just anyone gets. No, it's just looking to see if there's any notes. Yeah, nothing major. Yes, the Hobgoblin. Of course, like we said, Hobgoblin got spawned into a demon in the middle of Inferno, specifically Spectacular Spider-Man 147, which we covered. Scroll down.
So
I was
make it to the big show.
I was 147 close to 169. Come on. Now
Oh,
you're
150. Come on.
Oh yeah.
So close. He almost made it to the big show.
Again, they had to do Inferno whenever it hit, They're not going to waste 150 on Inferno. Come on. It was an X-Men event.
Exactly. So, did you like this Ghost Rider? Did McFarlane ever actually draw proper Ghost Rider or anything? Because I like the look of this.
What, like OG Ghost Rider?
Well, not OG Ghost Rider, but
oh, what do you mean? What do you mean proper Ghost Rider? Like the book?
Yeah.
I don't think so. Yeah, no, I don't think so.
This would have been a really cool art style for him. I think.
Yeah. Yeah, this would have worked. Oh my god! I mean, we're doing Spawn versus Batman again. Can you imagine if we ever got a Spawn Ghost Rider?
I think Marvel's going to be too petty until McFarlane dies, unfortunately. But I'm telling you, I guarantee you they're still salty about it.
I don't know.
I mean, like I said, remember Spawn? The one we're talking about how that's selling better than most major the big two books on a kiss. Well, he's got 4 Spawn books that are selling just as well, if not better.
Yeah. But again, say the new Spawn Batman sells 1 million copies. Does Marvel say, Do we need to bring?
I don't know if it's McFarlane being petty, you know what I mean?
Sure.
I think it goes both ways. He's like, well, I'm gonna need the toy rights. I'm like, F you, buddy, F you, guy. Take your beady eyes and your flip head back to camera.
Hey, buddy. Oh
Not your
yeah,
buddy guy.
because he's already in the DC toy business. Yeah,
Yeah, it's very lucrative for him. So
yeah. Oh boy, I wonder if they're gonna do any figures out of that crossover.
so many, bro.
As Ray's sitting there going, "Wait a minute, this is a Spider-Man podcast. Why are we talking about that guy?"
Batman, my favorite character.
Yeah, I can't wait. I'm actually really interested to see what they do with it.
Mm-hmm. Because that was like early '90s, the original one.
And let's just be really honest. It was a 100% pure cash grab.
Oh
No
yeah,
ifs, ands, or buts about it.
but I'm just saying he's way more Bat-God than he was even then.
Yeah, that's true.
All right, so you want to get to the second issue,
Let's do it.
which kids, Ghost Rider's big on this cover.
Such a good cover.
Oh yeah. So Spider-Man number 7
It's
from
got him bent up,
Hey,
twisted, balled
Hail. What's his name? Mary Jane? Hail.
up. Hail.
February 1991. Masks Part 2. Same creative team. Todd McFarlane doing the first 3 thing.
Evil. A little heavy-handed, but it's okay.
Having tracked down the Hobgoblin following a warehouse explosion, Spider-Man is horrified to discover that not only is the demonically possessed madman taking on a young disciple named Adam Wright, but he is also in the process of transforming the boy into a demon as well. Adam assures Spider-Man that the Hobgoblin only seeks to do good, telling the hero that he sent the boy's mother to heaven.
I don't think she went somewhere nice.
No. She's with Uncle Ben.
Ooh.
Suddenly, the Ghost Rider comes crashing through the wall on his motorcycle, leaving Spider-Man to wonder if the entire world has gone insane. As Spider-Man pulls Adam to safety, the Ghost Rider attacks the Hobgoblin. While the villain explains that he's carrying out a holy mission for God, the Ghost Rider sees through this madness, reminding the Hobgoblin that he is the spirit of vengeance and he has just killed 12 innocent people. Yes, he's on a mission for God, transforming young children,
Sending women to hell, yeah.
Outlawing abortion,
Oh, ooh.
Too soon?
It is November.
Yes, kids.
And an off election, and an off-season election year.
I mean, let's play it fair. No matter what side you're on, yes, make sure you go out and vote, kids.
Vote early and vote often.
Oh God. Whether you're alive or dead, vote, kids.
Exactly.
All right. The Hobgoblin then summons his glider and races toward the Ghost Rider, who merely stands in place, daring the Hobgoblin to do his worst. At the last moment, the Ghost Rider shreds the glider with his bare hands, sending the Hobgoblin crashing into a nearby wall.
What a waste of butter. Like,
That's
I get so mad when the gliders get destroyed,
Don't pick up your supervillain equipment secondhand,
Touche. Well, I mean, he's not smart enough to create his own, so.
Oh, this is like pretty much third hand because it's like, no, Roderick Kingsley took Norman Osborn's stuff, and then Macendale, thought he killed the original and took that. So this is like the third hands, at least the third hand says to touch this equipment.
Hell.
Basically, Macendale shopping at the Salvation Army for his supervillain gear.
Well, I mean, we do have that whole subplot of, discarded tech in the Marvel universe. What happens to it? Yeah, it's like that's the case. The case study. It's like, yeah, why wouldn't want it? I mean, the only way it could be worse if Shocker ended up with your
Oh,
Shocker, Scorpion, Rhino. Ooh, bottom of the barrel.
Rocket Racer.
Ooh, that's the sticky stuff at the bottom of the barrel.
Oh, With Adam taking the safety, Spider-Man swings back into the battle to stop things from getting even more out of control. Recovering from his impact, the Hobgoblin reveals that he doesn't need his Goblin glider and uses his demonic powers to create a new glider out of hellfire.
I mean, that's a cool trick if you can pull it off.
I mean,
honestly. I'm a little
did that.
jealous.
Zarathos used to do that.
Yeah, I'm a little jealous. Not gonna lie.
As Spider, there's many a young man in Florida who've tried to make a ride out of hellfire. And it cost them their souls. As Spider-Man tries to get into the fight, Ghost Rider tells the masked hero not to get in the way so an innocent isn't harmed in battle. Wait, Spider-Man's the innocent?
Don't think too hard about it.
I know. Spider-Man is unwilling to leave the Hobgoblin in the hands of the Ghost Rider and insists on dealing with the situation, especially since Adam could be hurt. Hearing the boy's name causes the Hobgoblin to cease his attack to search for the child. When he can't find the sight of Adam, the Hobgoblin leaps upon his flaming glider and attacks the wall crawler. That's when Ghost Rider intervenes again, allowing Spider-Man to get Adam out of the ruined warehouse. By this point, the Hobgoblin has carried the Ghost Rider into the sky and dropped him. However, the otherwise fatal fall has no effect on the Ghost Rider.
Supernatural. Tom Cruise.
Supernatural plot armor. Tom Cruise doesn't fall. Well, maybe off a chair, but you know. Spider-Man begins to tell Ghost Rider that he is leaving with the boy when their mutual foe returns to the battle. The villain gives them one more chance to repent their sins or he will kill them. When Adam once more tells Spider-Man that the Hobgoblin is trying to help, the wall crawler tells him to stay put. He then leaps back into the battle to lend Ghost Rider a hand. The Hobgoblin blasts his two opponents away. When he is reunited with Adam, he tells the boy that they will go on to create a new Garden of Eden. Okay.
That's not how any of that works, but
Got a spare rib laying around, kid? Spider-Man swings in and grabs Adam out of the Hobgoblin's hands. However, the force of his leap sends them crashing into a wall, knocking Adam unconscious. By this point, the Ghost Rider has subdued the Hobgoblin, but before he can land a killing blow, Spider-Man intervenes. He points out that they are supposed to be protecting innocent people from monsters like the Hobgoblin. He then points out that Adam is injured and needs medical attention. Fed up with Spider-Man's altruism, the Ghost Rider decides to leave Spider-Man to get Adam to a hospital and turn the Hobgoblin over to the authorities. So, they never come out and say it, but do they cure Adam, maybe? I don't know.
And we never saw him again.
No.
He shows up in Dark Web when you poop your pants.
Oh, that's thinking deep.
Well, they dig deep sometimes.
Oh no, he's like one of Madeline Pryor's disciples.
Don't joke like that.
Boy, I thought it was cool hanging out with a half demon, half mercenary, man. How about a half demon, half naked redhead? Hell.
That's the dream, kid. That's the dream.
That's a little fantasy. Just read her hard drive.
If you can find it.
Under all kinds of security lockouts. It's like the Temple of Doom. If you like walk into the room wrong, a boulder like crushes you.
Or worse, you have to survive a nuclear blast in a refrigerator. Hashtag salty.
Or those dogs in the background. The cover of this issue is one of the 21 that appears in the comic gallery from the Sega CD version of the video game, The Amazing Spider-Man vs. the Kingpin.
Terrible game. All those early like Sega, Capcom, like Street Fighter, Marvel meets what? Oh, they're so bad. I mean, they're so good, they're bad, but they're bad.
Yeah, but they got to be better than that original Spider-Man game for the Atari 2600.
Well, anything's better than that, except for that original Punisher video game. Oh, that is bad.
Burn.
It starts off pretty decent and it just progressively gets worse and worse.
It's a
Until
kill.
you put your fist through a wall, basically.
Okay, Andy Bernard. He does not like that wall.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy that I feel like we saw more Ghost Rider in this issue than we did Spider-Man.
Well, again, it's early '90s, Lilith.
Yeah,
And
but
again,
it's Spider-Man's book, and that just doesn't happen.
I know, but too, Ghost Rider was the hot new. This version of the Ghost Rider was the hot new character. So
That's a brave move.
I know, and I'm sure they're probably like, oh, that's probably part of the come, check out Todd's version of Ghost Rider because I'm
Yeah,
sure.
exactly. Because it's always like Todd McFarlane's Spider-Man.
Exactly.
And he was so pretentious with the titles, by the way. I mean, I love him and everything, but it was just like he was really going out of his way to do something different.
Yes. Oh, but
And it worked. Like I said, it worked.
Oh yeah,
the run sold, so it worked.
Definitely. Oh, I almost forgot, but yes, remember we got feedback.
From who? What
Well-
sick bastard sent in feedback?
Who do you think? We got written feedback by Russell himself.
Oh yeah. What do you have to say? Let's rustle up some feedback with Russell.
Where's the Joker nuggets?
I don't want to know. It's probably next to the Mountain Dew.
Hey, so for some reason he only sent it for number 6. So, all right, I'm not going to do the.
I mean, either do the 6 or do the 9. I totally get it, bud.
Hey, all right, I won't do the accent. I promise. Russell here. Spider-Man 6 was my first comic book I purchased that featured the Hobgoblin, and also the first thing I ever bought on eBay.
Oh.
Can you imagine this was your first exposure to the Hobgoblin? Now,
It could be worse.
what?
It could be worse.
Yeah, true. Now, as you guys know, Hobgoblin is my all-time favorite villain.
What? I have never heard of such, Russell.
You gotta rub that one in.
Really? You built a fan club around the Hobgoblin?
Over a year ago, you did.
First loved him on Spider-Man the Animated Series. Now have a practically complete collection. Oh my, does he have every appearance of the Hobgoblin? I love this issue. I love the Hobgoblin's oxymoronic modus operandi. I'm a demon from hell who's trying to punish sinners. A demonic religious zealot. Love that dynamic. Also really
It's
creepy.
Mackindale, baby.
I know. It's like that Angel episode, it's like the demon's like, no, I'm not trying to get in. I'm trying to get out. As we'll get to next week. Also really creeped me out as a kid when they reveal the child's face has been goblinized. Todd's art is pretty great. Love how utterly horrific Hobby looks. Very, very fond of this issue, mostly for sentimental reasons. I'm more of a fan of clean-cut Kingsley, but this issue proves that Mackindale was cool too.
Oh, he's definitely putting something in his Mountain Dew if he says Kingsley. I'll take Mackindale over Kingsley. I'll go there.
That part didn't bother me. It bothered me that he said Mackindale was cool. Mackindale. Eventually, we get an entirely new goblin out of this. All right.
Don't say. That's kind of the whole thing.
We'll get to that next week. All right. All right, he gave us a rating, Lilith Hellfire, for number 6. 5 out of 5 gobbler cobblers.
Gobble gobble.
I'll give it 3 out of 5 Hellfire Goblin Gliders for sure.
Somewhere in between. I don't know if I can give it a full 4, maybe 3.5, 3.75, something. All right.
Fair enough.
Yeah. I mean, again, the art really picks
The art carries this book. The story, there's not really much to the story if we're being honest. And plus, it's touching on Inferno. We all know how I feel about Inferno. So, anything that reminds me of that, you're never gonna get more than a 3 from me.
I mean, remember, the first arc of this book with the lizard. I can't remember a lot about the
Yes.
Wolverine one, but like the Morbius stuff. I mean, Todd kind of had a formula. It's basically like, oh, Peter and Mary Jane are talking at home. Then he swings out and he kind of swings into, whatever's going on with that.
Yeah,
that
I
whole
do feel
village.
like Torment, which was 5 parts, like that did drag on too long, and this one was like only 2. A lot of them were like he would do like I think it was 5-2, 5-2 for a lot of that. So
Yeah, because the way I was gonna say the Wolverine one was like 5 or so. Yeah, and then once
yeah,
we
the
Morbius,
mutant factor
that's
arc.
2.
Yeah.
Yeah. Torment, you mean doom, 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 doom.
Yeah, I do.
But no, you know what I was thinking about when we were talking about Mackendale, stealing the stuff and everything, and even Kingsley. What if we give us a She-Hulk issue where Norman Osborn takes the 2 hobgoblins to court?
I would love that. You're like they're thieves and they're liars. Like, aren't you? Aren't you the same?
Yeah, but at least I invented my evilness.
Exactly.
They just ripped it off.
Say, I'm just a poor old man with a mental defect, okay?
They stole my pumpkin bombs.
A couple of balls down the gob.
Like that is just I honestly I've never really gotten the appeal of Hobgoblin. He's a joke.
Well, again, I think they wanted to create a goblin because at the time Norman was dead.
Yeah, even
And
Norman's a joke. If we're being honest, all the goblins are just extremely camp as hell, and not in a good way.
And
Bad
again,
camp.
and I think they were trying to capture the nostalgia of the early Goblin days, where it's like, oh, there's a new Goblin, nobody knows who he is, even you, the reader, don't know who he is.
And that's the way I like to keep it. I always feel like every single reveal has been so disappointing for a goblin, bro.
Yeah, but it's like, who could you have made the Hobgoblin? I mean, Roger Stern's original idea was Kingsley, but then, after he was gone, DeFalco was gone. They just kind of tied it up real quick and made it Ned Leeds. It's like, who could they have made? I mean, again, except for our Betty Brandt theory. I mean, who else could they have made it?
I don't care. They could have made Robbie the Goblin for all I care.
I mean, they were kind of like trying to red herring Jonah for a while, and
Yeah, like after the Spider Slayer, anything is possible with that
I know.
man.
You're like, why is he carrying a gym bag? Oh, duh, he's going to the gym.
He's got to stay hot for those sexy little tarts he's always with. Like, duh.
Those young scientists he likes to
Experiment with.
likes to.
Yowza.
So, would you like to play with my test tube?
Oh.
Okay, now not a Spider-Man issue, a new issue, but did you read Deadpool, where his mission was to kill Otto Octavius?
Yes, and I am curious to see how the professor feels about that.
If he even read it, but
It's not like he was ever going to succeed, but
I know it's like the Kingpin. He's not going to kill.
Yeah. He's not even going to get a tentacle. You know what I mean?
Whoa! Yeah, I know he's not Aunt May.
Oh!
I don't think those are tentacles.
Oh my god, I saw a meme today.
I totally forgot that Deadpool was coming out, so I walked into the store because, like, ever since that Kelly book, like, I was just like, the way they kind of did that book, I was just like, oh, I don't think I really want to read another Deadpool book, so I hadn't really been like on the lookout for it.
I mean, the book wasn't bad, but I think the premise was just it wasn't
too different for a Deadpool book.
It was too serious. Yeah, it was too serious for a Deadpool book, I think.
But yeah, they didn't even give it room to breathe, though. So I was just like, eh.
That's true. Because, I mean, there was at least one crossover with something in there, wasn't there?
But you kind of knew that because, like, a movie wasn't coming, no big event at that time. Like, you know what I mean? So it was just like, and they should have done this they didn't really do much for the 30th. So.
I know. I was going to say, so why now? Just because they think enough time has passed, or is it just because of the Ryan Reynolds announcement?
Yeah, we're getting prepped for Ryan Reynolds' movie, so.
They're like, wait till Ryan announces it. Okay, he announced it. Put out Deadpool #1. Although I did see people are like, supposedly Miles Morales #1 again is coming in December, and people are all happy that it's like it looks more street level again, and he's going back his original.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Well, it seems like that's what they're doing. Yeah, going back to the original suit and No more multiverse for a while.
Well, until that movie hits, anyway.
Yeah, exactly.
And I think that's what really screwed it, because they were like, "Oh crap!" They pushed it back, and all the books were kind of lined around it, and it's just like, "Ooh."
Yeah. But again, even if that's in a movie, you don't need.
Well, you know how they feel.
I know Miles doesn't have to travel the multiverse every single month. Okay.
It's kind of his shtick, to be fair, though. But like,
Well,
I
yeah,
don't want to see it. Like,
because he
we've
came from the
decided that he's 616.
because he came
We've
from the
decided that he's firmly in the 616. Let's stay there for a while.
Exactly.
Yeah, they really like. With I don't know what it is with Miles. They don't really turn into the skid. They're always trying to run away from it. It's weird. Same thing with Spider Gwen.
What's the thing? They want their Black Spider-Man, but they're like, we want him to be a Spider-Man, but they're like, we want him to be his own thing. Well, it's like, how do you?
You know what I say?
out the two
I say whoever was right. Give the Spider Woman team Miles.
Oh,
I mean, because if you want him to be solely his own person, I think they really, like, you know what I mean? Like, she's her own thing.
and I know he's such a New York kid, but do you get him out of New York City?
Where would we put him? I say
Chicago?
age him up a little bit, take him to college, and in the middle of the country somewhere.
Yeah,
Like Colorado or something.
or even the West Coast.
See, the West Coast, like, I feel like that's the go-to thing for everybody at that point.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying, like the middle of the country.
I was gonna say, what's a big city in the middle, like Chicago or something, or
Maybe, Chicago, Denver, something like that. Would be really funny, put him in Oklahoma.
or Texas.
Ooh, Texas, that's a good one.
A black man in Texas, yeah. There's some story points.
Yeah, there is definitely, but like, I want him to be his own Spider person so bad, and like, they kind of forget about him until like he has a movie or something coming, and that's what kind of like pisses me off.
Forget about him. Gwen's like, hey, I'm over here.
Oh yeah, Gwen gets it way worse.
Hell.
Yeah, it's kind of a slow time to be a Spider-Man fan right now, but I mean, if you love Peter the most, you're always gonna have that. You're welcome.
Thank you. I'm gonna have to just write a recorder on you 24/7 when you're here, just for drops.
What else do we have to look forward to? I mean, I'm not looking forward to Dark Web. Like, I just want just like Dark Crisis. I just want it to be over with, so we can get back to business as usual.
Yeah, I mean, we got the rest of the Hobgoblin stuff, then Dark Web. I don't know if they've announced anything after Dark Web. Although, I mean, soon we're getting the Black Cat, Mary Jane.
Yeah, that's the thing I'm looking forward to the most, honestly.
Yeah. Was that December? So
yeah, I think it's literally it's either the week before my birthday or the week after my birthday.
I think it's the week after, yeah, because I think it was like in the middle of the month. So
yeah.
And again, written by Jed. So yeah, I'm always excited to see what Jed puts out now.
I am super disappointed that Iron Cat only went to like 5 or whatever, but
yeah, but I mean, at least we're getting Felicia back.
Solid. It was good.
Yeah, I mean,
at least.
Black Cat, Mary Jane, I think is an ongoing, isn't it? Well, at least 5 probably.
Yeah, we'll see. I mean, like I said, they kind of cut Mary Jane short, even though that book was really selling well. So I don't know what's going on with
They kind of remember they went 5, and then they're like, okay, here's issue 6, and it looked like they were revving up for New York, and it just. Although was that in the beginning of the pandemic? That was something that might be what kind of hurt that.
I mean, eventually they're gonna have to stop leaning on that, but
well, that's what I'm saying. I think that's when it was coming out. So maybe now they're just like hedging their bet and putting Felicia and Mary Jane in the same book.
Yeah, I'm curious to see what that's all about, and I'm excited. So give the kids the homework, even though we've said it like 5 times already.
Yes, and also kids, not only. Yes, next time more Gobble Gobble month, but we will be joined by special guest Justin, our favorite biscuit.
Cock-a-doodle-doo!
Love that drop.
Cock-a-doodle-doo! My favorite biscuit.
All right, kids. Yes, we will be joined by Justin next episode to talk Name of the Rose from Web of Spider-Man 84 through 89.
A villain by any other name.
once again, that demon's had enough of Mackindale, and he's out.
To be fair, you would too. It's like the worst mental prison ever. I would have to assume.
You would think. And lots of references to Daredevil 300. So yeah.
Oh, I also have a new warning. If you're dating a nerd, make sure they know the difference between Skeletor and Hobgoblin. New fear unlocked.
What kind? I know you like him stupid, Lilith, but you can't.
I know. I was just
Skeletor and Hobgoblin.
They were looking at my pops, and they're like, who is this? I was Hobgoblin. I'm like, no, that's Skeletor. The other one up there, if you can read, Hobgoblin.
All right, you like young dumb guys in their 20s. Lilith, make sure the IQ is higher than their age, okay?
Oh, that's no fun.
Well, what do you want? Do you want deep, meaningful comic book conversations, or do you want?
No, I can just go argue on comic book resources for all that, like everybody else.
Real.
You poser! You don't even know what. Yeah.
Nobody tell Brian.
You really want that as part of your foreplay, Lilith Hellfire?
Nobody tell Brian.
Oh no, that's just something I do on my lunch
You're
break.
like I'm into some twisted stuff, but no, I'm not that twisted.
The comment section on comic book resources is twisted indeed. On that note.
All right, kids. So yeah. Oh, that's right. Ghost Rider will return later in the month too, because in 2 weeks we'll be covering Web of Spider-Man 95 and 96 and Spirits of Vengeance 5 and 6.
Is that a sausage fest?
Yeah, I believe it's Ghost Rider and Johnny Blaze and Venom. If you thought these two this week were not 90s, oh, it could get so much more 90s in 2 weeks. And speaking of a sausage fest, then in 3 weeks, so we'll hear Dave and Ray will be back for Spider-Man 70 and 71, Sensational Spider-Man 7, and Amazing Spider-Man 414. Everyone's favorite Ben Reilly. So
don't know about everybody's, but he's your favorite, and I love that for you.
Oh my! And remember, I'm gonna have to get the Thwippy categories again, because yes, kids, that's right, Thwippies will be here before you know it. Everyone's favorite time. Oh my god. Oh no, I don't think we'll have enough time. I was gonna say, oh my god, if you were here in time, we would literally have to dress up and do Thwippies. Oh my god. All right, kids. So send your thoughts and your well wishes for Justin for next week. Email us, CapesandLunatics@gmail.com, or call the voicemail 614-382-2737. That's 614-38-CAPES. God, I never thought I'd say this. Be like Russell. Send us feedback.
Thank you, Russell, for your feedback. It is greatly appreciated.
Yes, thank you, Russell. All right, kids. So remember, you can follow Ultimate Spider-Cast on Facebook, on Twitter. Join the Web of Spider-Man Facebook fan group. I don't think we've cracked 4,000 yet, but if we haven't, we're close. So yes, go join us there. Follow all the Capes and Lunatics social media for updates on new episodes and new shows coming in 2023, including Salty and Petty and Something with Justin. So. And of course, subscribe to the YouTube channel. Everything we do, including this episode, get all the interviews. Everything gets a video. So smash that subscribe button. So
smash it.
Be like Lilith Hellfire with a young, dumb, comic book illiterate fan.
Smash it.
All right, and of course the Patreon. Once again, this is our passion project. We're paying for this on our own, so every little bit, we appreciate anything you can give us, but $3 to $5 gets you early access to creator interviews, including the monthly Chichester chats.
I got the good mic out for you guys.
If you want
Chichester chats,
if you want a bunch of stories about the colorist of these issues we covered tonight, yes, tune into the Chichester.
I got the good mic out for you guys.
And superhero movie brackets are almost over.
We're crowning a wiener.
We're so close to the series finale. So yeah, subscribe now, catch up, and then jump in just in time for the series finale, you bandwagoners. Find out the worst superhero movie of all time. And remember, kids, I mean, enough with this US stuff. Yes, if you become a patron, you get voting power for next year's topics. What do you want us to hear us talk about on Patreon in 2023? Subscribe and you can vote. And of course, pick yourself up some Capes and Lunatics and Capes and Lunatics Sidekicks merch. Keep your drinks
cold and invisible to the prying eyes of others.
Cups, t-shirts, phone cases, so much more. And if you just love Lilith Hellfire, just make it rain on us and use that Cash App link in the show notes. Just if you just want to rain random money on us.
It's always somebody's birthday here at Capes and Lunatics.
That's right. Charlie Esper is always on the poll, so yes, make it rain.
Show me a pole and I'll dance on it.
See?
Why don't you sex me up?
Yes. Fun Lilith Hellfire's passion projects.
Women like to see people get murdered.
All right. Speaking of Lilith Hellfire, where can people talk to you about your interests?
Well, unfortunately, I am not on TikTok or I'm not on Twitter or Instagram anymore. You can only pretty much find me on TikTok, maybe Tumblr. We'll see how it goes. I just got to make sure they're allowing porn again, and then I'll update you guys. But until then, you can find me on TikTok at Lilith Hellfire 69, making all of the comments and maybe some of the content.
Either do the 6 or do the 9. Bigger, harder, stronger.
Or again, if you have questions for Lilith Hellfire, just send them in. They don't have to be about any certain character.
We'll answer them on Salty and Petty.
There you go. Oh, yes, we need an Ask Lilith segment. That's how we'll close out each show. Instead of Dear Abby, Dear Lilith.
Yeah, and don't you ever say don't ever compare me to Ann Landers. She sucks.
Thank you, Clint Howard.
Well, I would kill to have him on the podcast.
I know. I'm just thinking about all the questions Ray's going to send in for you. Once a week, it'll be like 3 questions, and the first one will always be the same. What's the real name?
I got a big book of baby names, so that if he does want to do that, we can go there.
Oh my god, we just need to come up with strange names. Lil's just looking around the kitchen, just oh no, my name is
Ginger.
Oh,
Paprika. Cumin.
Bisquick. Oh my.
It's all rape and murder, I'll tell you that.
So yeah, kids, send in just send in your random questions for Lilith Hellfire. How do you carve a turkey and a dead body? Anyway, well, again,
electric carving knife.
I don't want to ask for which one. Anyway, yes, come back next week, kids. Name of the Rose, Web of Spider-Man 84 through 89 with our friend Justin. You'll be seeing this kid all over the place in 2023. But until then, swing on back.
Thwip, thwip, thwip. Radioactive thwip.